Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. In this video I want to teach you guys how to use Logomancy. And yeah, Logomancy is a form of divination, and it's divination with words, because logo is Greek, logos, and means word, and so it's divination with words. So and of course, like in Gospel of John chapter 1 verse 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And so in a way it's a purest form of divination. It's a form of divination I like the most, because I feel like it's sort of closest to God in a way. So, but yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. It's quite simple. Of course, I use it in my own way, so this was not something I was taught how to do. It just sort of came to me, or I kind of tried different things and I just stuck with the things that worked, and so I figured out that this actually worked. And so what I do when I do Logomancy is I just write some rubbish down, a rubbish word, or a few rubbish words, just words that I don't know the meaning of, but it sounds like words, and so I write them down. And so usually I ask a question first, and so I'll ask a question, and so I could start with something simple, so something like, what's the meaning of life? So that's a question, and so to answer that question I just write down some rubbish words that just whatever words I think of when I think of this question. So what's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of life? And then I just write something. So Tunuku. So Tunuku. That sounds like a word. And so Tunuku lik. Tunuku Balik. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, Tunuku Balik. So yeah, that's like the two words that came to my mind. And then I'll just use Wiktionary. I usually use Wiktionary. You can also use Google Translate. It's just whatever you prefer. And so I'll just write down the word. So Tunuku. Sometimes it's not okay. It is a word. So sometimes it's not. Sometimes the spelling is not completely right, or but it's like sometimes you're lucky. So it's a word in Swahili, and it means to gift someone something. Okay, so already that makes sense. So to gift someone something, and then balik. That's also a word. So that's lucky. So it's a word in Bicol Central. I don't know. It's like from Proto-Malayo Polynesian, and means to return. Act of coming back, going back, act of returning something. So tunuku is gifting someone something, and balik means returning something. So meaning of life is to give a gift and to then return said gift. Returning a gift that you have given. Return a gift that you have been given. So sometimes it's a bit vague. Like sometimes it's not like the most profound answer. Sometimes it's a bit simple, but I guess it kind of makes sense. To gift someone something and return something. And so but you can you can try it at home. Like sometimes it's like sometimes you get simple answers, sometimes you get a bit like vague answers, and sometimes you get really profound answers, and sometimes you get answers that you don't want. And that's also like when you do this at home, don't ask a question if you don't want the answer. Like that, I asked a question once using Logomancy, where I asked about a book that I was writing at the time, and I asked how the book would be perceived, like after I published it, like and I got the answer mediocre at best. So that kind of discouraged me from writing that book. So if you really don't want the answer, then don't ask. Because sometimes spirit can be this a bit of a bitch. So yeah. But try it at home. Try to see if you can like make sense of some of the rubbish words that just randomly pop up in your mind when you think of a question, and yeah, just see if it makes sense, and yeah, try it out, and I hope you will have luck with it, and yeah, bye.